What's up, guys? It's the Moe in the house. I got a preview about what I just saw a few hours ago. SummerSlam. What a night. What a night. Biggest party of the summer, and it was a party. First off, but I gotta say this. Some of the results kind of shocked me, and some I wasn't too happy with. First off, in the kickoff, my man Rob Van Dam, one of my all-time favorites, had that title won, hit that 5-star on Ambrose, but of course, knowing how this thing works and knowing the Shield, Roman Reigns spears the hell out of him, causing a DQ. Mark Henry and Big Show couldn't stop him in time, so Rob won the match, but he doesn't get the title. He can't win the title on the DQ, so it sucks. Hate when they screw my man RVD. And then you got some pretty good matches. Kane and the Wyatt family. Kane was looking to punish Bray Wyatt, but the other two guys got involved somehow, knocking out the fireman, covering it, and then covered part of the fire with, I believe was what they said was an asbestos blanket, a fire blanket that protects you from the fire. And they got in the ring, took out Kane, and had Bray Wyatt win. It was no DQ, so Bray Wyatt ended up winning. And then after the match, did more damage to Kane and just dragged him out. The world title match was pretty good. I thought Christian had the win. There's another one. I thought Christian had the win. I was pretty sure he was going to win that title tonight. But the shoulder was bothering him. Hit that spear with that bad shoulder. And then Del Rio locks in the cross-arm breaker. Christian could not get out of it. And what happens? Del Rio ends up winning. It was a good match, though. I gotta admit that. It was a pretty good match. I think this match, though, the other match, though, here was the match of the night. CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. That was the match of the night. I gotta say, even watching the whole thing, that definitely was the match of the night. Back and forth battle. It was now no DQ, so anything went. Punk and Brock Lesnar tore each other limb from limb using chairs. Basically, I think the chair was only used. I didn't see really each other weapons, but man, it was just epic. We saw a lot of key moves, a lot of slams, and we saw a lot of stuff. That's all I can say. Punk hit his signature moves. Brock hit his signature moves. Took damages from the back, from the neck. Just a lot of damage. And Punk even had to win at one time, but remember, there was another factor in that match. Paul Heyman got involved, causing, again, causing DQ. I'm saying causing a distraction. That's what I wanted to say. Distracted enough for Punk to nearly take him out, knocked him out, hit the Anaconda, locked in the Anaconda Vice. But of course, Brock with the chair, now nailing Punk. At one point, like I said, Punk had to win. He hit all his moves, hit the go to sleep. Brock even had the Kimura at one point. It was reversed. Punk hit the go to sleep. But of course, like I said, Heyman got in and stopped the count. And I think even at one point, even if he had gotten it, I think Brock was going to kick out of that because it looked like his shoulder was coming up. But like I said, at that point, Punk knocked out Heyman, locked the Anaconda Vice. Brock grabs a chair, nails Punk. Nails Punk a number of times. Picks him up for the F5. F5s him right on the chair. Gets the win. But what a match. What a match. Natalya got the win on Brie. Even though Brie had her girls in the corner, had her sister Nikki and Eva Marie, Total Divas. Natty had the Funkadactyls. And of course, Natalya was getting triple team basically because Nikki and Eva got involved. Funkadactyls helped her out, but then Natty hit the sharpshooter, locking in on Brie, getting the win. Proud of that. Pretty good match. That was a pretty good match. Langston and AJ versus Dolph and Caitlyn. I didn't get too much caught up in that matchup. It was kind of dull. I'm kind of tired of that thing. You know, Dolph been pushed to the back seat ever since losing the title. Now, you know, got him feuding with AJ and Big E. It's crazy. But saw the hit moves there, Caitlyn and AJ battling out. Then Dolph and Big E basically finishing the match. AJ kind of got involved when Dolph was going for his signature move. She got caught with the spear outside the ring. Big E was gonna go for his big ending. Dolph escaped, hits the zigzag, gets the win for him and AJ and Caitlyn. Him and Caitlyn. He teamed with Caitlyn. They won the match. And then of course you got the WWE Championship, the other match that everyone was talking about. Besides the Punk and Lesnar, Best versus Beast, WWE title. And I just knew that was the one match I was basically concerned about, because I think a swerve was gonna happen. Because there were too many X factors, there were too many factors going into that match. You had the special referee of Triple H. You know, I had a feeling, you know, there was Vince going to possibly get involved. There was the thing with Brad Maddox, possibly Wade Barrett, and then Randy Orton, of course, who has the Money in the Bank. But what a match. That was a really epic match. Both guys put on one hell of a fight. Daniel Bryan using all of his submission techniques. The LeBell, now Yes Lock, Neo Lock, you know, whatever lock he calls it now. The Yes Lock, had that in. He had the guillotine in. Cena had the STF. He said the attitude adjustment. And it was just back and forth fighting. But at one point near the end of the match, it was this Daniel Bryan with this running knee lift to the face, knocking out Cena, getting the pin, becoming the WWE champion. The night should end right there. Right? Wrong. WWE, knowing WWE, and I pretty much kind of saw this coming after the match, and all the confetti, all the streamers were coming in. It was like a ticker tape parade out there. Then Orton's music played, comes down the ring, holds up the briefcase, and then turns around, and he was about to exit, but just as he was near the middle of the ramp, he turns around to the ring. And then out of nowhere, in a quick turn, the swerve. Triple H turning Daniel Bryan around, nailed him with the pedigree. Orton rushes in. He happily strolls in, gives him the briefcase, rings the bell, gets the pin. Randy Orton is the new WWE champion. I knew the swerve was coming. I expected it being during the match, but it ended up being after the match, and it is what it is. It sucks, because basically, now that I think about it, throughout the night, most of the heels ended up winning. The only title change that happened was the double title change in that last match. The WWE Championship changing hands not once but twice. I just hated how WWE just robbed Daniel Bryan of his glory. It sucks, man. Here, that's the thing with me, and pretty much I should say this: you IWC people, the Internet Wrestling Committee, y'all basically got what you wanted, just all in one night. You got Daniel Bryan winning the championship, and then it's almost like the moments after, they kind of screwed you too with what you wanted. You wanted Orton heel, you wanted Triple H heel, and you got it. They screwed Daniel Bryan out of the title. It is what it is, you know. But that's what I hate about the wrestling business, you know. It just seems like, well, you know, I'm gonna discuss that another time. In fact, maybe after this video, I'm gonna record another one, and I'm definitely gonna discuss it, because that's what has been hitting me for the past few weeks. That's all I got to say about that, though. But that's my thing with SummerSlam. It was a great night. Like I said, surprises, swerves, some quality great matches. Overall, it was a great night, and I would kind of recommend seeing it. If you didn't see it, or if you want to see it again, go for it. Alright. That's it. Deuces.